What's up YouTube? Steven from SNS Fitness. How are you guys doing? I'm doing freaking incredible. It is September the 10th today, if I'm not mistaken. And today I am not going to be bringing you guys through a vlog, neither a workout, but instead I wanted to make today a little bit more informative and bring you guys through the 3 most common mistakes that I've seen people make in the gym throughout my years of lifting that's keeping them from really reaching their true potential, whether that be lifting heavy weights or just securing longevity in the gym as a whole. Anyways, that being said, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so common mistake number 1 that I see people make in the gym is not taking enough time, if any at all, to properly warm up and cool down at the beginning and ends of your workouts. I myself have been very much so guilty of this, but now I really try to make it a point to get it done before and after. After being injured, I have learned the hard way that it's not worth not taking an extra 5, 10, 15 minutes. And you know, it doesn't have to be more than that, even the two collectively. 15 minutes and you're done to do so. So warming up is really crucial, right? If we want to be able to have a efficient and safe workout, we need to make sure that our core body temperature, as well as the temperature of our muscles, is elevated high enough. And so to do that, we usually want to start off, that's why you'll see personal trainers who will put people on a treadmill for 10 minutes and then get them to warm up very slowly the muscles that they plan on using that day. The muscles that we are using, we want them to be more elastic so that they can roam freely throughout the range of motion, as well as our joints and ligaments. We do not want to be trying to lift any sort of heavy weight while our joints and ligaments are immobile. This can really lead to injury. So taking that into account, we can see that warming up would be taken as preventative measure as against injuries. Same thing goes for cool downs. So after you're done your workout, it is imperative that you take at least 5 to 10 minutes to try to do a proper cool down. This means taking the time to try to flush out the lactic acid from those muscles and also perform some static stretches. What this is going to do is help promote flexibility in the muscles as well as reduce muscle stiffness. Doing these things will not necessarily remove the delayed onset muscle soreness that will occur after a hard training session, but it will help act as preventative measure against injuries in the future, as well as get you better recovered for the next time that you come in. Static stretching can be done in many ways. There's plenty of different stretches that can be performed depending on what muscle groups you're using. If you guys need any ideas, there are plenty of YouTube videos out there that you guys can refer to. Otherwise, I do plan on eventually coming out with some videos where I help you guys go through that, but it doesn't have to be long. You know, you hold a couple stretches for each muscle group, probably 30 seconds each on each side, and you're good to go. It really is that simple, but it really is crucial. So don't forget to do that, guys. So the other aspect about warming up that I really wanted to put emphasis on was the mental and psychological part of it. This is often overlooked, but it's super important if you want to be able to go in there and lift some heavy weight, namely more weight than last time. I've had times in the past where if I'm not in the right mental state, I'll throw on 70% of my 1 rep max thinking I'm going to lift it 8 times, and I can't even lift it once. It won't budge off the ground. That's just what it is when you don't get into the right mental state. Whereas I've had other times where, say, when I used to compete in weightlifting, I'm on stage and there's a bunch of people watching and I know that that bar is coming off the ground. I've never lifted that much weight before, but there's no way it's not going above my head. And so that just really goes to show that if you get into the right mental state and you get prepared and you know what you're going to do and you're completely zoned in and focused on that, your chances of succeeding are not necessarily 110%, but they're probably 99%, right? As assuming you're being reasonable with the load. Anyway, so that's a very common thing that a lot of people don't really take into account. Not keeping record of what it is that they're lifting. I'm not saying you need to 100% keep record of every lift, though I do myself. I want to always make sure that I'm progressing, so I do keep note of every set that I do, at what weight, and when I can, I try to write the RPE That's to say how many reps I think that I had left before I was completely finished. Doing this really permits you to always come back and try to work a little bit harder than last time. The idea of progressive overload is always trying to add a little bit more difficulty than the last time, so that way you're consistently improving. We can do this in many ways. First, we can reduce time under, or increase time under tension. We can reduce the time that we're resting. We can add an extra rep. We can add an extra couple pounds, and there's a ton of ways that we can do this. But you won't be able to do this if every time you come back you're lifting the same weight, or worse, less weight, because you can't remember what it is that you did last time. We have busy lives, right? We're normal people. For the most part, we have other jobs, we have family, we have friends, we have things that we're doing. We can't always keep track of every little number that we move in the gym. So that's why I find it really important to, I use a journal, some people use their phones, whatever you're most comfortable with. But it's really important that you do know what it is that you're doing, so that way you can consistently track your progress and make sure that you're not stalling and being halted at a certain spot. So common mistake number 3 is something I see so frequently amongst my friends, amongst strangers, young and old, it doesn't matter. We've all got friends and we all like to socialize, right? So common mistake number 3 is not being focused when you're in the gym. A lot of people come in there and they use it as like a social event or a social gathering of sorts, and they'll see their friends and they get distracted, and then both those people are now distracted, or all 3 of those people are now distracted, and they're all talking to each other. Next thing you know, it's been 5 minutes and they were 4 minutes overdue before they should have gone back and done another set. And then 30 minutes later they decide, oh, I've done enough, I'm getting kind of tired, it's getting kind of late, let me just head home. And they never complete their workout, neither do they properly progress, and if they do, it's over very long periods of time. This is something that I've noticed holds back a lot of people that I know. That's why recently, I say recently, it's not too recent, for a while now I've made it a very big point to keep my phone aside, and when there's people in the gym that I know, I'll say hello to them. I'm not disrespectful, but they know that my earphones go in, my headphones go on, and that's it. I'm in the zone, I'm there to lift. As soon as I'm done my workout, if they're still there, I will gladly chat them up. I will say hello, ask them how they're doing, take some time to catch up before I head out. And that's just it. It's really crucial that we try to use the most of our time when we're in the gym, because often that's the biggest excuse that many people make is I don't have time. But then when they do get to the gym, they waste it. And it's unfortunate because there's so many results that can be had if they just use that time a little more wisely when they're in there. That's not to say everybody does it, and if you're not one of those people, then good for you. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you. But that's it, guys. So whether it be social media or people in the gym, try to put it down until you're done your workout. I promise you the results you'll see will be incredible. It's not gonna happen overnight. Just try to do more and try to do better each day. That's all you can do. So that's gonna wrap it up for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys got something out of it. I've been having a hard time making this video, taking a lot of clips, but that's okay. I'm really enjoying this whole video making process. I hope to make another video tomorrow. It should be a leg day, I believe. So maybe we'll be training with Silas, maybe we won't. I'm not sure yet. Anyways, guys, have yourselves a great day. I'll see you guys next time.